Hi guys, in this video we will look at how to summarize a text. The first thing to do is follow the instructions. Read the instructions very carefully. Ask yourself the question, are you required to write a summary in paragraph format or in point format? Students who are in higher grades such as grade 10 to grade 12 will most likely be required to write the summaries in the form of a paragraph. Let's look at an example from a matric past paper. This is from a November 2016 English Home Language Paper 1 exam. Here we see an example of a summary question. It reads as follows: Section B summary. Question 2. Summarizing in your own words. Text C provides insight into the science behind using hand gestures. Summarize in your own words why hand gestures are a crucial element in communication. Note, number 1, your summary should include 7 points and not exceed 90 words. Step 2, you must write a fluent paragraph. Step 3, you are not required to include a title for the summary. Step 4, indicate your word count at the end of your summary. Based off of this question, it's clear to see what is expected of us. We are expected to write the summary in the form of a fluent paragraph. Do not be confused by step 1, which says that it should include 7 points. This refers to 7 main points or main ideas. These points should be written in a fluent paragraph. Let's look at the different formats in which summaries can be written. Let's look at point form or the point format. When attempting a point form or point format summary, one should number each of the main points and write them beneath each other, each on a separate line, just as you would write a list. Your summary will therefore look like this image. Have a bullet point number or tick indicating a bullet point with a sentence next to it. Each sentence is beneath each other. It is a numbered list. The second format is the paragraph format. In a paragraph format, you should not number your main points. There should be no bullet points or no numbers. It is not a list. You should write your main points next to each other, flowing onto the next line. Your main points, or these sentences, will then form a fluent paragraph. Make sure to use conjunctions such as because, by, etc. This will make the paragraph fluent. Now we'll look at how to identify main points in a paragraph. Step 1. Identify the topic sentence of the summary. This will be given to you in the question. Let's refer back to the example we used previously. We are going to try and identify the topic sentence. Text C provides insight into the science behind using hand gestures. Summarize in your own words why hand gestures are a crucial element in communication. Here, the topic sentence is bolded and stands out. We can tell that the summary will be about hand gestures being a crucial element in communication. Step number 2 is to look for the main idea of the paragraph or the main point, and we find the main point by scratching out all supporting details such as statistics that are not relevant to the topic sentence. There could be statistics that are relevant and would therefore count as a main point, but you have to determine whether the statistic is relevant to the topic sentence or whether it is not relevant. Comments made by people. This is considered to be a supporting detail and should be scratched out. Examples or questions These are supporting details and should be scratched out. Opinions that are not relevant should be scratched out. Information that does not link back to or meet the requirements of the topic sentence should be scratched out. Once you have eliminated all of the supporting details, your main point will become clear. It is important to note that some paragraphs could have more than one point. Some paragraphs could have no points at all, and others could have more than one point. Let's look at the text from the example we looked at previously. I've included the topic sentence at the top of the slide so that we can refer back to it easily. The text is as follows. The fascinating science behind talking with your hands. If someone has ever made fun of you for making elaborate hand gestures while talking, or you've seen footage of yourself speaking only to be horrified by your flailing forearms, don't be too concerned. This sentence would be scratched out because it is an example. This is not relevant to our topic sentence because it does not tell us why hand gestures are a crucial element. So this is an example and should be scratched out. Let's look at the next sentence. According to psychologists, those gestures are probably helping you express your thoughts more effectively. Here we see a reason for gestures being important. Those gestures are probably helping you express your thoughts more effectively. Here we see why it is crucial. So we will keep the sentence. Hand gestures are a really powerful aspect of communication from both the speaker's and listener's end, says Dr. Carol Kingsley-Goman, a body language expert. This is a comment made, and we know that comments are considered supporting details, so we will eliminate the supporting detail as a comment was made. Let's move on. Last year, a study analyzing human gestures found that the most popular prolific speakers used an average of 465 hand gestures, which is nearly twice as many as the least popular speakers used. Here we see a statistic, but does the statistic tell us why hand gestures are a crucial element in communication? No, it does not. It just tells us that popular speakers use more hand gestures than less popular speakers. So it does not provide us with a reason for hand gestures being a crucial element. So we will scratch that out. It is a statistic that is not relevant. It is an irrelevant statistic. Other research has found that people who talk with their hands tend to be viewed as warm, agreeable, and energetic, while those who are less animated are seen as logical, cold, and analytic. This sentence tells us that people who talk with their hands are viewed as warm, agreeable, and energetic, which is a benefit to using hand gestures. So let's leave this sentence here. Gesturing is a healthy and normal aspect of human communication. Does this sentence tell us why hand gestures are a crucial element? Does it give us a reason for it being important? No, it does not. So therefore, we can scratch it out as a supporting detail because it does not link back to the topic sentence. Hand gestures help us take what's in our mind and make it intelligible to others. This sentence gives us a reason and shows us its importance in communication. It shows us why hand gestures are important, as it makes our thoughts intelligible to others. So we will keep this sentence in. Gesture is really linked to speech, and gesturing while you talk can really power up your thinking, Kingsley-Goman said. Here we see another comment made, so we scratch it out because it is a supporting detail. Gesturing can help people form clearer thoughts, speak in tighter sentences, and use more declarative language. This sentence provides us with an example of why gestures are important, Gestures are crucial, they are important, as they help us form clearer thoughts, speak in tighter sentences, and use more declarative language. So this gives us a reason as to why hand gestures are a crucial element. So we will not scratch the sentence out. A brain region known as Broca's area is connected to speech production, but it is also active when we wave our hands. Does this sentence give us a reason for the importance of hand gestures? No, it is just additional information. So this we will scratch out as a supporting detail. It does not link back to the topic sentence. It does not tell us why hand gestures are crucial. We gather information from others' body language as well as from their specific words because gestures often underscore the important points someone is making. Does this provide us with a reason as to why hand gestures are important or are crucial? Yes, it does. It tells us that we gather information from others' body language as well as from specific words because gestures often underscore important points. So yes, it does provide us with a reason as to why hand gestures are important, so we will keep that here in place. Furthermore, hand motions can reveal information that may be absent in our speech. Does this sentence tell us why hand gestures are crucial? Yes, it does, because it says that it can reveal information that may be absent. Research demonstrates that the movements we make with our hands when we talk constitute a kind of second language, adding information that's absent from our words. Here again we see it mentioning that it provides information that is absent in our speech. So it's basically saying the same thing as the previous sentence. So this is a supporting detail because it is repetition. It's saying the same thing in a different way. If we look at the next sentence, gesture reveals what we know. It also reveals what we don't know. That also is repetition. It's basically elaborating on what we've read in the previous sentence. So both of these sentences will be scratched out as they are supporting details and they are repetition. A child's use of hand gestures early in life can be a sign that she will later develop a strong vocabulary, as well as skills related to sentence structure and storytelling, according to a study published last year in the Journal of Child Language. Is this sentence relevant to our topic sentence? Does it relate to our topic sentence? Does it answer the question why hand gestures are a crucial element? No, it does not. It is a supporting detail. Reason being, it does not answer or it does not relate back to the topic sentence. From cradle to grave, body language is crucial in helping communicate our emotions and motivations to others. Does this sentence tell us why hand gestures are a crucial element? Yes, it does, because it helps us communicate our emotions and motivations. Now that we've scratched out all of the supporting details, we are left with sentences that could possibly be our main points. Our first main point, which answers the question why hand gestures are crucial, is because it helps us express our thoughts more effectively. Our second main point tells us that hand gestures are crucial because they help us come across as warm, agreeable, and energetic. The next main point tells us that gestures are important and that they are crucial because they help take what's in our mind and make it intelligible to others. The next main point tells us that gesturing is crucial because it helps us form clearer thoughts, speak in tighter sentences, and use more declarative language. The next main point tells us that hand gestures are crucial because they help us gather information from others' body language, and also gestures often underscore important points that someone is making. We also see that hand motions or hand gestures are able to reveal information that could be absent in our speech, and that makes hand gestures crucial. Our last point tells us that body language and gesturing is crucial as it helps us communicate emotions and motivations to others. Now that we have our 7 main points, we can now move on to the next step of the process. We now need to write each of the main points that we've identified in our own words. The first sentence says, gestures are probably helping you express your thoughts more effectively. By rearranging the words and removing unnecessary words or unnecessary pronouns, we can change the sentence into our own words. An example would be, hand gestures help express thoughts more effectively. The next main point says, people who talk with their hands tend to be viewed as warm, agreeable, and energetic, while those who are less animated are seen as logical, cold, and analytical. An example in one's own words would be, people who use their hands while talking are viewed as warm, agreeable, and energetic. The opposite is clear enough and does not need to be mentioned. The third main point says that hand gestures help us take what's in our mind and make it intelligible to others. The example would be, hand gestures help make thoughts intelligible to others. The fourth main point says, gesturing can help people form clearer thoughts and speak in tighter sentences and use more declarative language. The example would be, gesturing helps people form clearer thoughts and use more declarative language. The fifth main point says that we gather information from others' body language as well as from their specific words because gestures often underscore the important points someone is making. Here we said we can gather information from body language and determine the importance of what is being said. The sixth main point says, hand motions can reveal information that may be absent in our speech. This can be changed into, hand motions provide information that is absent while speaking. The seventh main point says, body language is crucial in helping communicate our emotions and motivations to others. This can be said as, body language helps us communicate our emotions and motivations to others. Now that we've changed the main points into our own words, we can now begin to rewrite it into the required format. In this case, the correct format would be paragraph format. We now have to write the main points as a fluent paragraph, and we do this by making use of conjunctions. Hand gestures help express thoughts more effectively because people who use their hands while talking are viewed as warm, agreeable, and energetic. Here, we've joined the first and the second point by using a conjunction. Hand gestures help make thoughts intelligible to others because gesturing helps people form clearer thoughts and use more declarative language. Here we've joined the third and the fourth main point. We gather information from body language and determine the importance of what is being said by using hand motions which provide information that is absent while speaking. Here we've combined the fifth and the sixth point using by. Body language helps us communicate our emotions and motivations to others. Here is the last main point. Here we have written a fluent paragraph and we've kept to the word count of 90 words. Our word count in this case is 80 words. I hope this has helped you gain a better understanding of summarizing a text. Please feel free to leave a comment or leave some questions and I'll be glad to help you out.